Hello, this is Dr. Bruce. Hope you're doing all right today. Hope we got enough light here. Just trying to adjust some things. Hope you're doing well. I want to let you know that I'll probably be changing the time for the Facebook Live to probably closer to 7 o'clock starting on next week. 7 or 8 o'clock, depending on how things go. Because I want to make sure that I can get as many people on the live broadcast as possible. And so definitely want to be a help. I hope that it is helping somebody, or somebody's growing, somebody's getting a little bit more information on how to strengthen your relationship, how to be a better couple, how to resolve conflicts, how to improve your love life, and how to handle conflicts and resolve issues. This is one of the objectives of having the Facebook Live. And definitely want to come into your life and be of help to you as somebody's growing. So thank the Lord for you all that are actually sharing this particular program with others. So continue to share, especially if you know individuals that have, problems in their relationship or would just like to strengthen their relationship. Also, I want to remind you of the upcoming Southern California marriage retreat, which is going to be June the 29th, the 30th, and July 1st. It's going to be at the Ayers Suites, right next to the Ontario Mills Mall. You are certainly invited. Invite your friends, other couples that you know. You can go to my website, Solutions with Dr. Bruce, and Doctor is just the initials DR. So solutionswithdrbruce.com. Go on that website and you can find out more information about the retreat. You can also register. You can register for the retreat on my website, but you'll need to call the hotel and make your reservations. If you could, send me an email and also let me know if you're interested in attending the retreat. You can call Bruce. You can actually text me at bruceriley@sbcglobal.net and send me some information to let me know if you're interested. And that way I can probably send you more information to kind of answer any questions you might have about the retreat. So that being said, I just want to encourage you today. The subject is win. And so W.I.N, W.I.N, and it's under really the name WIN, but it's what's important now. What's important now in your life, in your relationship? What's important now? WIN. What's important now? That's how you want to look at things. That is, what's the priorities of your life, of your relationship? Do you have anything that you're really working on that's improving your relationship, that's making things better for you? And maybe you're still looking for the right person. And so I want to create a win mentality for you so that you'll be able to appreciate yourself and be able to appreciate the person that perhaps maybe you'd like to pursue a serious relationship with. So that being said, let me kind of give you a little information and maybe ask you some questions. First question is, what do you love having in your life? Or not what, but who, Who do you love having in your life? What people are really valuable to you? Those are the people that you really need to spend some quality time with. Who are those people? I know for myself, my wife is very important. My sons, Dorian and Jason, very important. My grandsons. Also, I have some real close friends that I like to stay in touch with, and I'm going to make it my business to stay in touch with those individuals as often as I can. Usually we can handle a maximum of maybe 12 people that you can have a real close relationship with, because life is so busy that sometimes we don't have really time to really keep up with people the way we like to. But we should make sure that, we're willing to spend some quality time with them. In fact, it's a good idea to just have a day or a half a day or a couple of hours that you reserve just to stay in touch with the people that really matter in your life. And that definitely creates a win for you. What's important? What's important now? And see, you don't want to be wasting a lot of time with things that don't really matter to you, because you'll feel empty. You'll feel kind of lost. You'll feel like your life is not going in the right direction. So you really want to make sure that you keep in touch with the people that really matter the most. Another question is, what gives you the most peace and a sense of accomplishment? What gives you the most peace and a sense of accomplishment in your life? Think about that. If you're not at peace right now, if you're not feeling comfortable, or that things are going in the right direction, then it's time to reevaluate. Reevaluate your life and begin to consider, what are you passionate about? And what at the end of the day, what makes you just lay down and say, that was a good day? It's probably because you are doing some of those things that really matter to you most. And you don't want to just be in a situation where you're just working to pay bills, and it's not a job or career that gives you personal enjoyment. Then you need to reevaluate that and begin to go in the direction that's going to allow you to have a sense of accomplishment. I got something done. You want this year, 2018, to be a very rewarding year for you. So you may have to make some adjustments and make some changes in your life. The third question I want to ask you, what is the number one thing that you need to do every day? What is the number one thing that you need to do every day? Think about it. I know for myself, if I don't pray, my day will not be as rewarding as it ought to be. Praying for me is seeking the mind of God, to get the direction of God, to have and to know the peace of God, which passes all understanding. For me, that's one thing. I got to get that done. I got to do that every day. It's not a job. It's a privilege. It's an opportunity. And so you choose what that one thing may be. It might be reading your Bible. It might be telling your husband or your wife that you love them. It might be staying in touch with your children and giving them a call. It could be a number of different things. But you need to be able to ask yourself this question. What is the number one thing that you need to do every day? It could be a couple of 2 or 3 things that you have to get done. But whatever it is, you need to identify it and make sure that you stay with it, because evidently it gives you a sense of accomplishment, or you've taken care of the priorities in your life, and it makes your life much more fulfilling when you can do that. Another question I'd like to ask you, whose voice do you need to hear? Whose voice do you need to hear? Answer that question. You need to answer that question yourself. Whose voice do you need to hear? Some people, I need to hear my children's voice, or I need to hear my husband or my wife's voice, or I need to hear the voice of God, whatever it may be. And if that's the voice you need to hear that keeps you connected with your purpose and your passion and the people that really matter to you, then you want to make sure that you make yourself available to hear those voices. All right. Another question I'd like to ask you is, what was the last thing God told you to do? What was the last thing that God told you to do? The very last thing. What was it? And whatever that thing was, you need to recall it and make sure that you're about your Father's business. Maybe He gave you some direction of some people that you need to have in your life. Maybe He gave you a ministry or a calling that you need to pursue. Whatever that may be, make sure that you follow through with that thing. If God spoke to you, or if it was a direction, get to it. Don't wait. And this makes you a winner. This is how you'll win, because you'll be focusing on what's important now, what's important right now. And here's something for you to consider. What would you regret the most if you don't get done? What would you regret the most if you don't get done? What would you regret? Need to think about that. Kind of let you consider the objectives and the priorities that you need to have in your life that are part of your drive or part of your objective. Because you don't want to leave here with any work undone. You don't want to leave here with regrets. No, not at all. You don't want to leave here with regrets. You want the Lord to be able to say, well done, thou good and faithful servant. You got it done. Paul said, I finished my race. I finished my course. I completed the race. See, then, therefore, there was a reward for him. So you want to make sure you finish your race. You complete your task. All right. Now, and so if you're doing that thing, if not, why aren't you doing it? That is that thing that you might regret if you don't get it done. Why are you doing it? Are you getting it done? And if not, ask yourself, why not? And could it be because of distractions? Could it be maybe you're being disobedient? Could it be that somebody disappointed you and you stopped doing it? And so if this thing is a priority for your life, you want to get to it right now, even if it's just a little bit every day. This way you win. It's what's important now. What's important now. That's right. So you really want to make sure you prioritize the things that are most important to you. Don't let those things avoid you because of tasks and responsibilities and other people's priorities. You want to make sure that the priorities that you have for your life are put up front. That's right. You want to make sure that happens. And if you do that, you're going to be really, really pleased with the results that you get. Now, by the way, that word now, no opportunity wasted. What's important now? What matters most now? There's an opportunity for you. Everybody has the same 24 hours a day. You want to make sure that you're about your Father's business, that you're getting things done. Don't let this opportunity, don't let this day pass without you doing something significant in your life. So this is Dr. Bruce, and I want to thank you for tuning in on this Facebook Live broadcast. I'd like for you to share this with somebody else. And once again, I want to invite you, if you're married, if you're single, then tell somebody about the Southern California Marriage Retreat, June the 29th, the 30th, and July 1st. I'm expecting a spectacular outcome, and we have some outstanding guests that are going to be with us. I know Dr. BJ and Herschel Struther will be our guest speakers, as well as, Sister Natalie and Natalie Lamb and her husband. They'll be with us and they'll be teaching. And so I want you to get as many people as you know of and tell them to participate in the Southern California Marriage Retreat. Thank you so much for your time, and please share this with someone else. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you. Bye-bye.